Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon. Today is the big day. So I am starting this live stream. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, but I came on because I am super excited. Today is the day of the actual book launch. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for those of you who may not have been able to purchase the book just yet. It is official. The book is up on my website at danteking.com. So if you haven't gone to my website and subscribed to follow my work, but to also see the book and the docuseries, which are both available on my site at danteking.com, please go there now and check it out. I'm actually having a book launch, a series of book launches tomorrow. So Tuesday, February 4th, and then also Thursday, February 6th. So I'm going to put the links to the live book launches in the chat as well. For anyone joining this live stream that's looking at it live, and I see that a number of people are, please go ahead and register for the actual book launch, for one of the book launches, where we will have a program, a live virtual program, some live virtual programming, a few special guests, and then just I'm going to share some of the other endeavors that I've been involved in, that I am involved in, and some of the things that will be coming up. Some of them will be more community-centered, free events, educational events that I'm doing for community, which I feel is very important. So you'll hear some of that, as well as some of the updates to my work as well. Thank you for the love. I see that. I appreciate you. Thank you. So here is to the link for all of the events. Again, I'm super excited. If you haven't been to Amazon today, you can go to Amazon right now and purchase your copy of the book. It's a pretty thick book too. They literally changed the font size so that it wouldn't be thicker than what it is. So we kind of scaled back. I decided to scale back on the font size, but here you can see it's got a lot in it. I mean, I even included some of the threats that I got from predominantly white people, if not all white people, after I spoke at UCSF last year. So there's a lot in here. There's a lot. So please get the book. There's some lynching photography, some pictures on lynching. I chronicle in detail lots of different studies to show how our psychology and programming around race and racism functions to inform how people make decisions, how it always has. But really looking at it as a deep, very serious and severe clinical issue. Whiteness, the idea of whiteness, and that it has some value intellectually, legally, biologically even, is pathological, meaning that it's a very deep, thick illness to even believe that something such as the notion of a color, a group of people basing their humanity on the concept of a color, that inherently has some value. It's very pathological, deep, 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 deep sickness. So the book is out today, Monday, February 3rd. So go and get the book. Again, Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness. I always have to do that when I'm looking at this camera. Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness, White Psychopathology, Collective Psychosis, and Trauma in America. So there will be an opportunity to ask questions tomorrow when we have the one of the virtual live launches. So again, I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time for the people that might just be signing on to watch this live. If you haven't registered for one of the book launches, please register for one of the book launches. I'm also going to put the link in the where you can purchase the book directly from Amazon. I'm going to put that in the chat too. Okay. Please, please, please get copies, not just for yourselves, but I am asking people who can to buy multiple copies to give them away to local libraries. The last time I purchased a lot of my own copies and authors' copies, and I donated them to libraries, to schools, to men in prison, to even friends and family members that I wanted to compel to start like a book club and read it in their friend circles, read it with maybe other family members too. Read it in partners and in groups, in pairs and in groups of people, to be able to bounce ideas off of each other, to be able to grapple with the information with a partner, with someone other than yourself, because it can be hard to read this kind of material and not be able to go on this journey with someone who is endeavoring into developing a similar understanding, you know. And I have found that going through an experience like this where you develop shared understanding, shared meaning, and you also have mutual support, that is a much healthier approach than reading the material for yourself. Yeah. So here's the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Oh, I think I did already, but I put the link in the chat again for those of you who want to go over to Amazon and get your copy of the book right now. Again, buy, multiple copies if you can. I'm asking people who can to buy at least 5 to 10 copies. If you can buy more and donate them to people, also start a book club, give them away to Black people too. That would be great. I'm donating hundreds of books myself and giving them away. I really am. And yeah, this is a movement, so I need the support of many other people. It can't just be someone like myself or maybe a few people who support me and support my platform, but it's got to be much larger than that. So spread the word to your friends, to your networks, to your professional and personal networks. Spread it to your family members, engage them, engage everyone you know. I started sending out mass texts this morning, just making people aware, because I want us as Black people, but anyone endeavoring to be healed, anyone endeavoring to understand better where we are in this current moment. I want those individuals to have understanding, to develop a deep, deep, deep understanding and awareness for where we are in this current moment and where things are headed. So yeah, anyone got any questions for me or thoughts? Feel free to type them in. I'm on here live, people. So for those of you who might be watching or tuning in, if you want to leave a comment or a kind word, some encouragement maybe, please do so. I'm here. Let me just see who's all on. I am super excited, y'all, by the way. I don't get excited often because I'm pretty like meh across the board. I think I'm always anticipating that something is going to happen, something bad maybe is going to happen. So therefore, it keeps me from really getting excited and or from experiencing um enjoyment, you know. I'm kind of middle of the road in terms of my feelings and emotions and how I feel inside. But I say all of that to say that I'm experiencing a moment of excitement today. And I'm grateful for what has been allowed in terms of the flourishing of my work, the flourishing of my message, um, so that in the face of tragedy or something potentially happening to me, that my work lives on for posterity sake. Um, that it is here and it is fixed, and so even above and beyond me, Dante King, and my teachings as an individual, because one day I am going to perish. I will no longer be here, but my words will be here. Um, my belief, and that's why I have taken the approaches that I have in terms of writing books and shooting the docuseries. So again, yeah, the docuseries too, for anyone who hasn't gotten the docuseries, if you want to get the docuseries, you can go to diagnosingwhitenessandantiblackness.com and get the docuseries. But I do this work and I've written these books and I produce this docuseries, um, or series rather, more of a program, where we're talking about the themes in my book. But I've done all of this to ensure that young Black boys and Black girls and Black men and women, um, and just people as a whole down the line will be able to have access to Black liberation theory, to the truth of the experiences of Black people in this country, both past and present. So above and beyond me spreading the word or me doing trainings or teaching classes, this work will live on in the form of the docuseries, in the form of the book. So please go again to Diagnosing Whiteness and Antiblackness.com. Get the book, get the docuseries. Good morning, DeGundria. Um, please, please, please spread the word. Um, yeah, I love you all. I thank you for continuing to love me and for supporting me, and for the ones of you who have um, really been in my corner, providing me with emotional support, mental support. Um, Alexis Cobbins, I adore you. Jessica Brown, I adore you. Dr. Rochelle Rogers R, you already know. You're deep in my heart. Dr. Rochelle Hooks, you are amazing too. Um, Nicole Caldwell, of course, Demetra Mack, uh, who else? Lots of different people. Chantel, my sister Chantel, um, Marcel Walker, of course. Everyone knows and loves Marcel. I love Marcel. Um, but so many wonderful people. And last, but absolutely not least, this person is first. My mother. My mother is just who is phenomenal. And my aunts, a lot of my aunts, but my mom is just incredible. I would not be here. If it was not for her love and her tutelage and her nurturing and affection and really coveting, or yeah, coveting my um, my gifts and my abilities, and also steadfastly believing in me. So I am grateful. I'm grateful. Many people like to pretend that the things that they have accomplished are of their own doing. And many times when people tell their story, they oftentimes it is absent of other people. It's, I did this and then I did this and then I did this. Um, that is not my story at all. I could never pretend that is the case. I want to say thank you to Linda DeBow, who is my big sister. I love her. The bond that we share is incredible, very exceptional. I want to thank Virgie Maney. Virgie Maney has been a constant in my life for many years. And so many of the names that you'll hear me mention are that of Black women. Black women and Black men to a degree, but Black women, for the most part, have shepherded me, have nurtured me, have inspired me, uplifted me, celebrated me, encouraged, supported in every way, mentally, emotionally. Jayantra Henderson, affectionately known as JJ, I absolutely love you with all of my heart. I could not have done any of this without you. Never, none of it, not one thing. So thank you so much for writing for me, for writing for Blackademics, for writing for King of Kings Consulting. Thank you to Julie Taylor as well. Julie Taylor, I love you. To Tim Livingston, who is and has been one of the best publicists that I could have ever asked for. I really appreciate the relationship that we forged. Lindsay Walker, who's a Black woman, she's my other publicist. She's absolutely phenomenal, amazing. Alicia St. Andrews, thank you for doing all that you have done to move forward my work, to support me. Thank you to Steve and Kate. Steve and Kate, I don't even know what to say. I just, the way that you two have pushed me and helped to guide some of the moves that I've made and the strategies that I've taken, and for the support that you've given to Blackademics. Amazing. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Who else? Who else? People, drop some comments in the chat. Am I leaving out anybody? Because I know I'm going to hear it. And I'm sure this old mind of mine is leaving out some people. I want to thank all of the people from the colleges in the Pacific Northwest. I want to give a special shout out to Bibi Akpajovwo, who until recently was at Bellevue College, and she worked there for many, many, many years. She is a social justice warrior. She's a warrior for Black people, for liberation and justice. Absolutely amazing individual. I want to say thank you to her, Bellevue College, to Dr. Yoshiko Harden at Renton Technical College, to Robert Britton at Lake Washington College. These individuals are phenomenal. To Vanessa Neal at Clark College, to Mimi Withers Bruce, and to Bessie Gordon and the people at Green River College, to Beatrice Rodriguez at Everett College, to Lisa Corner, my sister Lisa Corner, Dr. John Hudson. These are all schools which at some point invited me to be a guest speaker and to also engage in collaborations with them at different conferences. I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Deborah Jenkins, who's also a warrior. So again, I'm going to put the link to the book. If you haven't been able to buy the book just yet, it is available today on Amazon. Get your copy now. It's available, y'all. Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness, White Psychopathology, Collective Psychosis, and Trauma in America. Collective psychosis. I am saying that we all need help. We all need a psychological revamping, a psychological deprogramming, so that we can conceptualize a life and a reality and a livelihood without the influence and control of white people. And this whole idea that, there has been tremendous progress had in this country. There's not been tremendous progress in this country at all, because the cultural mindset, the cultural psychology of this country, the cultural psychology of white people has never changed. They have, for the most part, white people have always felt that this is a country that was sponsored and engineered by them, created by them, for them. And to some degree, that is true. Once they succeeded in obliterating people from various regions around the continent, they were able to erect their own institutions and erect and implement their own cultural customs, their own ways of thinking and making meaning and believing, their own cultural logic, right? And institutions that work for the benefit of stabilizing this group of people that they then begin to call white people, or the collective white community and white race. So to that degree, it is true. And so the intentions of white people, where white people are concerned, is one of power hoarding, of ensuring that all resources and opportunity and access to opportunity are hoarded and concentrated amongst them within the white community, which is why, you can then ban people from living in exclusively white communities. You can use your government and legal institutions to make moves like that, to make these realities. You can create whites only schools. And so that all of that is still true today. Segregation and white people's ownership of wealth and access to opportunities and resources, that has not changed. If anything, it's become even more so the case, or affixed. And so, whenever I'm having conversations with people and they're like, progress has been made, the reality, the thing that registers for me, at least, just in terms of what I know and my understanding, is that people have very low standards for what they consider progress. In my view, there can never be any assessment or acknowledgement or recognition of the reality of progress in the face of ongoing rampant mistreatment and oppression of other people. How do those two things coincide? How do they exist? And or what incremental measures or incremental movement is being used as a measure for progress? How is that being defined? So there are so many layers to this conversation, to this discussion. And again, if you have not registered for one of the book launches, there are live virtual book launches that are being held tomorrow and Thursday. Please go on and register. I'm going to put the link in the chat again. You can go to my website at danteking.com/events, and you will see all of these free virtual launches that are happening. There are 2 tomorrow. One is at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The other is at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to try to share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Then the last one is on Thursday, actually. So if you go to my website, this is what you will see. Okay. You go there, you click on here, you'll see the book and the docuseries. It says buy now or watch now. You can click on either one of these. This will take you to the Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness website, where you can see episodes of the docuseries, and then this will take you to purchase the book. But if you click into here, and you'll see the book launch for tomorrow, February 4th. This is at 4 p.m. This is book launch number 1. This is number 2, celebration number 2. This is at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on February 6th, which is Thursday, this is the 3rd book launch. And then on Sunday, February 23rd, I'm just putting this out here for those of you who are in the San Francisco Bay Area. Sunday, February 23rd at 1 p.m., I will be live and in person at the San Francisco Main Library at 100 Larkin Street in San Francisco, California. And then on Saturday, March 8th, exactly almost literally 1 month from now, I am launching a book club, a free book club where we will review chapters from the book. So anyone that gets the book, purchases the book, reads the book, and commits to reading the chapters and can verify through regurgitating their knowledge and learnings from the chapters is welcome to join this free book club. So please join the free book club. We're going to meet every other Saturday for just roughly an hour and go over the questions that are at the end of each chapter and or people's reflections about the book. And then I'll be reading some excerpts from each of the chapters as we continue to go on and explore the book together. So that begins in March. I think it continues through June. It's every other Saturday, just for an hour. So if you go to my website, click on the events page, you should be able to locate this too. And then on Saturday, March 15th, I am having a launch party for the book and the docuseries. And we're going to have a program where we recognize and acknowledge people who have supported the work, people who have supported Black academics, who have supported me. I'm going to do a tribute. I don't want to give away too much information, so I want to give a tribute to people who mean a lot to me. So please, please, please come join one of these experiences. Come celebrate with me. Come be in community with me and the other people who follow my work. Please, please, please. It'll be great to see you. And that's it. I'm going to sign off right now, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Okay? Love you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So stay safe and do whatever you can today to appreciate yourself. Take rest. Take rest. Go and meditate for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Take a walk. Drink some water. Make sure you're hydrated. Do what you can and what you need to do to protect your peace. Love you.